Welcome to Daily Meditation with Sangha Live.
So hello everyone. It's good to be here. Good to meet you again. I'm Yahel, and as you can notice, I'm speaking from a somewhat creative setting. If you've been here in previous sessions that I've led in Sangha Live, you know that I was usually speaking from Tel Aviv, but currently me and my small and new family left Tel Aviv for all sorts of reasons that some of them you can easily guess. And we moved to Berlin. And if you know anything about Berlin, you may know that internet connection here is an issue. So I woke up today to find out that there isn't an internet connection in my home. So I needed to run somewhere and improvise something. So this is where I'm speaking from. Maybe not the most it doesn't look like a Buddhist monastery. Actually, I once been in a Buddhist monastery. It did look like that. So it looks exactly like a Buddhist monastery, but maybe not the one you imagine. So here I'm so now I'm speaking from here, and I hope that's okay with you. It's really practicing in the midst of life. So very happy to be here and speak with all of you about the Dharma. Again, as always, feeling so fortunate to have the possibility to sit with Sangha, to contemplate the Dharma, to practice together. And I'm especially happy towards this week, in which we will be focusing on the practice of Metta. It's lovely to see everyone, not everyone, some people writing on the chat. This week we'll be focusing on the quality of Metta. I've been practicing for about 10 years until I've met Rob Burbea. And Rob Burbea is now quite famous for his work on emptiness, his teachings on emptiness. He's quite famous for his teachings on what he called soul-making Dharma. And some people know him through his teachings of jhana. But when I met him, the first thing he sent me to do, and he sent me to do it for what turned out to be about a month and a half on retreat, as a part of a 3 months retreat, was an intensive metta practice. So not emptiness, not jhana, just metta practice. And I'm grateful and thankful for many things from my encounter with Rob, but I'm very grateful for that as well. I consider these months of metta to be a little bit life-changing, or more than a little bit. Because these months, and I think that's true for metta practice in its heart, in its core, changed something quite fundamental, or gave me a way out of a stream of criticism and negativity in the being, and allowed the being to lean on something so other than that. And I think that's a good place to start from when we want to incline towards metta practice and reflect on it. It's not a bad idea to ask oneself, what's the place and what's the role of criticism and negativity in one's life? And it can be very easy, I know this for myself, it can be very easy to live a life and practice the Dharma, and even practice quite deeply, on a basis of slight negativity, slight aversion, etc. And that has a huge, huge impact. on the Dharma, on the life, on how the self feels in this world, and how the world feels for this self, or for the sense of self that emerges from that stream of negativity. It's a serious thing, it's a serious matter. Metta is a very simple and straightforward and reliable cure. Very simple, very straightforward, and very, very reliable. Sometimes when I go back to the practice of metta and engage with it intensively, I think to myself, wow, I was making so much effort to solve this and solve that and work on this and work on that in such sophisticated ways. But the practice and the inclination of metta can solve so much so easily and so reliably. So I'm very happy to re-engage with you in the practice of metta. Right, what is metta? If we look at the Buddhist path, on the invitation from the side of the Buddha, we'll say, what was he and other teachers kind of aiming for? What were they inviting us into? I'm noticing the people walking behind me. Actually, why won't we, since we're practicing metta, whenever a person walks by, you can radiate a little bit of metta to them. Probably neutral people. May you be well. You are probably on your way to work or school. May you be well. This person there with the black coat, may you be well. Yes, may you be safe and protected. May you be happy and peaceful going there about your day. All right. So the invitation from the side of the Buddha and other teachers is not only to cultivate this or that quality, but it's to begin to see the world in a radically different way, to begin to see life in a radically different way. And the radical difference has to do with the understanding of the emptiness of self and all things. So every common person would agree, yes, that's me and that's the world. The Buddha and other teachers would come and would say, really? Really? Is this really the truly existing thing that it seems to be? Is this self as truly existing as it seems to be? And they will put a big question mark on that and will invite all sorts of methodologies through which one can see beyond the illusion of truly existing self and the world. Now, these methodologies can be split into two kinds. One kind is, we could say, a bit more directly pointing in the direction of the emptiness of self and all things, and that's the line of insight practices. So insight that invite you to see things in a way that's less constructed, less fabricated. Heart and mind. Now, part of what I discovered in this retreat with Rob, I discovered a lot, but part of what I discovered is that the cultivation is actually absolutely necessary and needed in order to deeply let go, in order to deeply let the emptiness practices do their work and really go beyond the apparent reality of things. And why is that? One main reason is that the qualities of the heart and mind, the qualities of metta, compassion, equanimity, they allow the heart and mind to find a radically different basis than the basis of, here I am, here's the world, how am I going to make it through? And that different basis is inclining towards liberation. It makes liberation and the seeing of emptiness make sense and be in a way coherent continuation of the kind of existence that comes out of leaning on qualities like metta, compassion, equanimity. So the quality of metta, what is it? Right, I hope the connection for the rest of you is good. What is the quality of metta? The quality of metta is a quality of boundless and limitless care, kindness, friendliness, love, one could say. But we have this word in the culture, love, and it means, well, usually it means a very personal thing that's kind of given to another person, or that I'm feeling towards another person at a particular time under certain circumstances, because this person is like this, I'm like that, and I want this from the relationship, and all of that is good and fine. But metta is quite radically different. Metta is given to everyone and in all circumstances, and it has no boundaries or conditions. We want to cultivate metta in the direction that will allow us to radiate kindness, hold ourselves with kindness when we're happy about how we are, and when we're really unhappy about how we are, or were, or will be. We want to cultivate metta so it spreads to people that we naturally care about, to people that are neutral, and to people that are more challenging. We want to spread it equally around. This gives us a position of strength in the world, a position of unshakability. Our aversions makes us very shakeable. When I just move around in the world, pushing this and pushing that and pushing this and pushing myself in this or that direction, I'm shaking all the time. I'm trembling all the time. I need to navigate all the time. The quality of metta gives us a kind of, all right, you can ease all that. It's all so welcomed. It's like that with relation to other people and with relation to yourself. All right, I said enough. Just before we'll turn to practice, a few things about technique. So many of you probably know the practice of metta, and the practice of metta is often associated with the sentences, phrases. The phrases are one of, let's say, 3 channels that we want to have accessible, available, and alive. We want the channel of the bodily sensitivity. We want to be sensitive to the whole body. The field of the whole body makes the practice of metta quite honest and gives things somewhere to land. And it also allows us attunement to what we do in practice and how it feels. So sensitivity to the whole body. In the end, this becomes the most important aspect of metta practice. Basically, the body is radiating metta all the time, quite naturally. It does that already. We just don't read it as such. So there is this. Then there are the phrases. I'll say much more about the phrases tomorrow in terms of how to use them. But I would, one, if you have regular metta phrases, use those. You don't need to invent new ones. If you don't have ones, go with something really simple. I'll suggest mine. Mine are, may you be safe and protected. May you be happy and peaceful. Very simple. This is something I would wish for everyone at all times, and a child can understand that. This is the kind of phrases you want. And thirdly, we have visual imagination. But I won't say anything about that now. Maybe I'll say more in future sessions. All right, let's practice together. We'll take about 30 minutes or so for practice, and then we'll have time for questions and responses. So please, find a way to sit that really feels good. Of course, you can practice standing, you can practice walking, you can practice lying down. You can practice with eyes closed, or you can practice with eyes open if you're tired or like me in a public place and you don't feel it's appropriate to have your eyes closed. And there is no need to perform anything with a posture. However, it can be very helpful to have a posture that's actually quite open and upright. So see if there is anything you still need to change. Perhaps the position of this or that leg, perhaps this or that cushion, so the posture is as supportive and allows as much openness as it feels comfortable. Notice the lower part of the body. See if you can relax the muscles. So you're really giving your weight to the earth. Anyway, it's carrying all of it. So there's really no need to pull some of it up. Let the earth carry it for you. And finding the sense of uprightness and openness again. Inviting the body to enjoy it. The more the body enjoys it, the less effort you need to make. And then you can scan the body and relax whatever is tense. First, see what happens when I just suggest doing that. Perhaps some parts of the body are relaxing already. Then we can do it a bit more systematically, starting from the top of the head, touching with our sensitivity there and relaxing. Then the back of the head. To the forehead, and then in and around the eyes. Down the face, around the mouth, into the jaw, touching and relaxing there. Then down the throat and the back of the neck, into the shoulders, touching and relaxing, down the arms, the hands. Down the palms, then the back, all through the spine, right side and left side, touching and relaxing. Into and around the tailbone, and down the legs, touching and relaxing. All the muscles that don't really need to work. Then you can come back and relax the belly and the chest. You can then scan the body once more intuitively. Just touching and relaxing whatever is tense or shrunk. Then make yourself sensitive to the whole body. The sensitivity to the whole body can be a bit wider than the boundaries of the physical body. So your body is full and surrounded with sensitivity. It may be helpful to find a center for that sensitivity. As we're approaching Metta, you can find that center in the heart area, if it feels appropriate. If you prefer a different spot, you can find a different spot. And from that spot, perhaps the heart area, Invite your sensitivity to expand again and again, to feel and surround the whole body. This sensitivity will tend to shrink. Whenever it shrinks, open it again. So from the heart area, sensitivity expands out, feeling and surrounding the whole body. It's very likely that in the field of the body there are all sorts of vibrations and frequencies and densities. See if you can include all of them, including ones that are obviously pleasant. Don't miss those, they're important to nourish the attention. Include aspects that are neutral. And aspects that are unpleasant as well. And then see if you can make your sensitivity very kind, very loving even. Mindfulness is always doing something, it's always as if saying something. It has an attitude. Can you make that attitude friendly? So it touches and receives the bodily experience with kindness, expanding again and again, touching and receiving with kindness. If you want, you can throw in and echo the meta phrases in the field of your body. If you have your own phrases, you can use those. If you want, you can use the ones I've suggested. And the invitation is to do it quite lightly. And generally make the effort quite light. May you be safe and protected. May you be happy and peaceful. You can let your attention relax a little bit, become a bit wider even. So it doesn't only feels and surrounds the body, but it's taking in the room around you, the sounds around you, the silence around you. With this same kind tone, loving approach. And then invite the metta to turn towards yourself. Now that may mean your experience right now, with whatever is in it. Your body and the mind, however they are right now. Or it can mean a version of yourself that you are imagining going through your day, or a version from the past, or how you generally imagine and sense yourself to be. Invite that to come to the field. Notice how it feels with your whole body as you're sensitive to the presence of yourself. And then invite the metta to flow in that direction. You can use the phrases. Like waves touching a seashore, gently, softly. May you be safe and protected. Or if you prefer, may I be safe and protected. May I be happy and peaceful. Let's take a minute in silence. You can support the metta towards yourself and see what works for you. What kind of phrases, what rhythm, perhaps no phrases at all. It's up to you. Notice how it feels to give the metta and how it feels to receive it. Tune the effort so it is sensitive and alive, but not pushing in any way. In metta practice, we're taking care of conditions and seeding seeds. And pressure is almost never helpful. At this point, you can relax your attention. Let it be quite broad, surrounding your body, inviting in sounds around, silence around, the sense of the room, or other people if there are other people around. Touching it all with kindness. And if it feels right, invite the presence of someone that's the easiest person for you. Someone towards which it's very easy for you to feel. That you want them to be well. And let them form for you in whatever way they form. You may have a clear image of them or just the sense of their presence or a memory. It actually doesn't matter so much. The important thing is that you let yourself feel their presence with your whole body. And don't expect anything intense. But find that part of your experience, that aspect of your experience that knows that you're with them. Notice how it feels and invite the metta, the kindness, to flow in their direction. Maybe it does that quite naturally. Maybe you'll want to support it. May you be safe and protected. May you be happy and peaceful. Seeding seeds. Like the heart pulsing, radiating the metta. Generously, naturally. Not expecting it to feel in any particular way, but just feeding, nourishing the kindness. You can invite visual imagination as well. One easy variation of that will be to just imagine them happy. Imagine them receiving your kindness. Happy in their life. Being well in their body, being well in their mind and heart. Or sensitive to your whole body, you can imagine a warm light radiating from your own heart, spreading through your body. Suffuse then carries the quality of kindness. And from your heart through your body, radiating towards them, holding them. Nourishing their body, their heart. Let's sit with it for a minute or two. See what's working for you. Metta towards the easiest person. Gently, patiently. The phrases and the visual imagination can be held very lightly, just carrying something that's naturally there. And let your attention relax again. Go quite wide, sensitive to the totality of your experience, inner and outer equally. You can thank that easiest person and allow their presence to fade into the background. Sense into the metta that's maybe there. Perhaps it's quite gentle. But as you're sensitive to whatever is inner and outer equally, perhaps it can spread. Touch everything. Hold everything with kindness. The totality of your experience and also the sense of existence of other people, other beings around you. Other people and beings that are far away. Perhaps there can be a sense of space, a lack of boundary. can be very gentle, as if behind everything or within everything somehow. And the metta can radiate through very easily. Just like light that's moving through space. And with this, you can relax your posture. Let your mind recollect the meditation, see if there was anything that felt helpful or worth remembering or taking note of. And then you can relax the meditative intention and invite your eyes to open if they're closed. All right. Thank you for your practice.
Today's podcast is an offering to you from our archive of freely available live daily classes. We make wisdom teachings and meditations as freely available as possible to as many people as wish to practice. You can help ensure we can continue to support a worldwide Sangha by leaving a review wherever you get your podcasts, by sharing this with someone who'd be interested, and by offering a small financial support at sangha.live/donate.